Alrighty, what's good, everybody? So this episode's gonna be on quote unquote fixing society and why I think it's like, excuse me, the dumbest idea in the world. Because, like, one, there's like many reasons why it's a dumb idea. One, we'll start with the practical implications. One, you as one person or even a small subset or group of people, right, of the society is thinking that you can go and change the masses' behaviors. Sure, you can influence it, right? You can put a little influence in there and get like halfway there, but to completely change the fabric is just not gonna happen. It's not realistic. Also, two, from like a humanistic point of view, who are you to know what's actually good for everybody else? Because you don't know the nuances and the details of everybody's life. There's no way you can. All you can do is just generalize and maybe look at statistics, and you can get close, I guess. You can probably get like outlines and see trends, but you don't see the specific nuances that create those trends. Because I feel like society is like a black box where whatever you do to it, your input, right? Who knows what little details that affects that changes the outcome. So sure, you may be looking at it from a far away point of view and you see the outcome of someone's life black box, right? And you think that it's not good, and maybe if you change this, it'll change the outcome, but you don't know what happens in between this and this. And not only that, that's just one person. How are you going to know each person's little black box? Like, you can't, just by the nature of black boxes. But I don't know. Plus, it's like a waste of energy and time. Because who's to say that whatever changes you do implement stay put? Because after reading a lot of history and stuff, I found out that it's like a recurring theme. Pretty much one dude goes, "Hey man, I think I can make this shit better for everybody. Let's unite them all under this one banner, so that way we can live better," or whatever their vision is, right? A unified Italy, like some Roman shit, or like a unified Germany, like some Bismarck shit, or something like that, right? And they go to war for it. Shoot, even Hawaii itself used to be like a collection of kingdoms before America fucked with it. But it was like collecting the kingdoms, and like King Kamehameha was like, "Yeah, I think I can do this better and make a better, run this whole thing better," kind of thing. I mean, he did, to some degree, at least from some of the sources I've read, but he eventually took over through bloody means. Let's just put it that way. But he did do a lot of ecological reforms and stuff. I advise doing more research on that instead of just taking my word. But yeah, but pretty much the historical story is one guy thinking he can change the whole thing. He may succeed to some degree, but then it usually falls apart like a generation or two later, because the people a generation or two later get the big idea and say, "Man, I think we could make this shit better," and then they break the old thing to put in their thing. And so instead of trying to impose our ideas on the other people, maybe it's best we just do what we do, right? We just dance, and if people fuck with the music, they fuck with the rhythm, they'll come and dance with us. And that's just how I see changing society, where you can only change your zone, your domain. It's not about owning the whole thing. It's not about influencing the whole thing. It's not necessarily about that. Sure, if you want to make a certain kind of change, like let's say infrastructural change or something, like governmental, yeah, you will have to, push yourself and exert a lot of widespread influence, but just know that you're pretty much working against the current. That is kind of dumb. Not to say that the results won't help people, but understand there's probably better uses of your time, personally, unless you know 100%, in your heart of hearts, that is your passion, and that you know that it will help people's lives. Other than that, I don't see a point in quote unquote saving, changing, whatever to society. I pretty much just go through society as if it's like a movie, where in a movie you experience all the stuff, the human interactions and stuff, but you can't touch. Or better yet, like a living museum. I guess that's a better metaphor. Where you get to experience the stimuli, you get to see it, feel it, touch it, taste it, but you can't force it to be anything else. You can't just go into a museum and paint over the Mona Lisa to make it what you want. And that's how I feel how like reality is like. Mainly because think of it like this: the Earth itself is a living museum. Now that I think about it, it's a museum of all the past natural processes that led up to here, and a conduit for the future ones. And so by trying to like fuck with the design